Hello students, today I am going to start the second part of the chapter from the diary of Annie Frank, written by Annie Frank. It's in the book First Flight and it's chapter number 4. So in the previous part we have already studied that Annie, a young Jewish girl of about 12 years, she was very much worried that they had to go away to a hiding place just because of Nazi occupation of Netherlands. Okay, how the Nazis they started their atrocities against the Jews who were living there. After that, we have also learned that she starts writing a diary before she was going to that hiding place. She started writing that diary, and she had started writing diary just because she was having no friends, and she thought that it will be better if she make the diary her friend, and she had named that diary Kitty. Okay, she had given some of the description of her family members also, that there were about 30 members whom she could have made friendship with, but they all loved her a lot, but she could not confide in them. Therefore, she started writing a diary and she had made that diary her friend. She even tells us that writing a diary was a strange experience for her, but she started writing a diary so as she could get off all the things that was in her heart. Then she tells that diary has more patience than people. Okay, so this is what we have learned in the last class. Now the next point. The next point is a brief sketch of her family. How she gives a brief sketch of her family, who all were there in her family. She calls her father the most adorable father. He married at 36 when her mother, actually his wife, was only of 25. And her sister Margot was born in the year 1926, while she, that is Annie, was born on 12 June 1929. They then immigrated to Holland, and that also in the year 1933. There he got her education, and in the year 1942 her grandmother died. She loved her grandmother a lot, and she also was very compassionate towards her. So there is a little bit description given about her grandmother and the bond of love between both of them. Then Annie started writing her diary on 20th June 1942. So she was just about 12 or 13 years old at that time. Then in this diary she has given the description of her school days. So what all description is given, that I am going to tell you in the next point. The next point is class shaking with fear. Now the entire class, that is Annie's class, all the students, they were shaking with fear. The teacher were about to decide that who will go to the next class and who will stay back. She realizes that at least there are about a quarter of students who were totally of no use. They were worthless. They were not good at studies at all. And for herself, she feels that it's not difficult for her, okay, and neither for her girlfriends, Annie's girlfriends, because she was sure that she would make it. Means she would definitely go to the next class. She was not sure about maths. Okay, then she has a good relation with her teacher. Annie was having good relation with her teacher, Mr. Keesing. The maths teacher is an old-fashioned teacher. Okay, only Mr. Keesing, who is old-fashioned teacher, he doesn't like Annie because she talks too much. This was the problem there in that school. the teacher, that is Mr. Keesing, who was a maths teacher, didn't like any, just because he was talkative. Most of the times he used to talk in the class. The next point is essay or chatterbox. Now, the maths teacher, that is Mr. Keesing, gives some extra work, and that extra work was to write an essay on the topic a chatterbox. She writes 3 pages, and she argues in the essay that talking is a student's trait. Okay, means characteristics. Every student talks, so she promises to keep under control. Okay, the talking under control. She feels that she will never be able to cure herself of this habit of talking, because her mother, okay, also talks too much. Actually, she has inherited this trait from her mother. Mr. Keesing has a good laugh, okay, at her arguments in that essay that she had written. Okay, the next point is an incorrigible chatterbox. Now, since she had written one of the essay, Mr. Keesing assigns her a second essay just because she had again started talking in the class, and this time the topic was an incorrigible chatterbox. Incorrigible means one which cannot be corrected, or one who cannot be corrected at all. Finally, as punishment for talking again in the class, she gets another essay, and this time the topic was quack quack quack, said Mistress Chatterbox. So the class there, after just hearing this topic, roar in a laughter. Okay, and everyone started laughing in the class, but her friend, Annie's friend, that was saying she was good at poetry, and she even said that she would help her in writing that. Then she offers help to Annie and wants to turn the table on Mr. Keesing. So she finishes the poem in about, it was about a mother, then mother duck, a father duckling, and 3 ducklings. Okay, then in that essay she had written that the ducklings, young ducklings, okay, they are bitten by the swan, that is the father swan, because they quack too much. And Mr. Keesing just understands the message of the essay, and he took it in the right way. Okay, then later on he had not given any punishment to Annie, neither he had stopped her from talking.